Hey everybody, welcome to the Playing with Power podcast, the issue-by-issue retrospective about Nintendo Power Magazine. You're tuning in for part 2 of volume 56 from January of 1994. We're picking up in the middle at page 60, which is the section about the games that never made it to America. I am your host, Ben, and with me as always are my co-host, Mike.
I'm back, bitches.
And John.
Howdy.
What?
I'm just pouring myself a drink.
Nice. What happened to the end of the last half there, Mike? We lost you.
Apparently my router rebooted.
Mm-hmm.
Woodchuck ate through the fiber optic.
Check. A moose.
Fucking city, those city beavers.
A moose knocked over the nearest power line.
And then his mom showed up.
Yes, but our infrastructure is so good it was back up in 15 minutes.
Oh, listen to that. Turning around. All right, we got a lot of hashtag content to get through here. So let's start chipping it away. We've got first game up is a U.S. presidential election.
Oh my god, this is fucking great. We got the American flag, but instead of the stars, we have some Japanese font. I guess that's like start, select, or, choose your side, Democratic or Republican. And I got this beautiful, it looks like a combination of like clipper drawing and watercolors.
Oh my god. The candidates are George Bush, Pat Roberts, Michael Dukakis, and Jesse
You're
Zexon.
really that dumb.
You're
really
Jesse Zexon.
Jesse
Right.
Zexon.
Jesse.
George Bush.
George Bush. Okay, I thought you were reading. Okay, never mind. They have
my
fake
God.
names. Okay.
Yeah.
Is Pat Roberts supposed to be the Barbara Bush lookalike here?
I have no idea.
Because that's definitely, if that's Pat Roberts, he's in fucking drag.
I don't think the titles line up with the screenshots here.
Oh, no. The game even includes information about the global political climate with an appearance by Margaret Thatcher,
The truth.
who occasionally consults with George Bush on matters of mutual interest to England and the U.S.
Oh, so they got the countries right. I'm surprised they didn't call them England and the IS.
Wow. This game is amazing. Like, I really want to play this game.
We need to get a fan translation of this.
The problem is America failed at it, and we ended up with Trump. Like, that's the error code.
The error code. That's the kill screen.
The mustard. You failed. You ended with mustard Mussolini. All right.
So it was released in October of 1998, sold 65,000 units. 65,000 people played this fucking thing.
1988.
Or 65,000 parents bought this for their kids and thought, you go learn Polytech now. And they're like, no.
Racist. All right. And then there's another game called Game Designer, which is like you design your own Galaga type game, but it's basically you like design the sprites yourself.
Yeah.
So
That's
that's pretty
pretty
clever.
cool.
Yeah.
And then you
Yeah,
get to
not
play
really
your
not really my jam, but like
Yeah.
and
know?
then you get to play your shitty game.
in the end they can write their own
would have
staff
been
credits.
all over this as a kid, though. Oh my gosh, you can create your own game. Just the content of it, and then you get
You can
into
also,
it
like-
and you design, whatever.
Yeah.
How do you want to design your flying cock?
Yeah, right? Yeah, everything would be balls and dicks. Just big veiny motherfuckers like taking everything out. Yeah.
Then we have next mystery novel.
And you'd call it Galagag.
All right. Oh yeah, mystery novel. What it looks kind of like that. What was that? Oh, that DS game was like Hotel. Fuck.
It's just
No. That was the movie that came afterwards.
those are the love
It
hotels
was like
Nintendo had. Different.
There was a
That was Nintendo's first business. Hotel fuck.
Yeah.
Nintendo DS. God damn it! This is gonna bother me.
All right, you keep looking that up. It's just text on top of various bland backgrounds.
Yeah, so it's like one of those visual
just-
novel things.
It's
I
just
don't
kind of
see
a
anything that,
Hotel Dusk, Room 215. It was
Yeah.
set like a noir mystery movie sort of thing.
It's just like a interactive, choose your own adventure kind of thing. But
right, and that's how that game played out. It's like a precursor to that game, Hotel Dusk. The problem with Hotel Dusk was like, it was one of those games where you like had to figure out the exact like combination of things that get you through like to the next part of the mystery. Like if you don't know,
like Dragon's Lair.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway. What else do we have?
It's like Dragon's Lair, except no sparkling it, no brilliant animation.
Yeah. Barcode Battle is another game. That looks pretty interesting. You like get a card swiper and scan them in.
It's an attachment for the Game Boy, so you swipe in cards that have different barcodes. The Barcode Boy. So
Sky Vodka. Rough tonight.
It's some kind of RPG, it looks like.
Yeah, it looks... Yeah. It's a pretty clever thing, because theoretically you could sell a bunch of cards. I mean, like, the implementation of it is ridiculous, because you have to, like, strap this, like, card reader that's half the size of your Game Boy to the top of your Game Boy. But, like, the idea is clever, at least,
I don't know if they had it in the States, but when I lived in England, they did have an actual, like, a little video game console, like a handheld video game console that was like a barcode. It had a barcode scanner in it. It was like one of those Tiger Electronic type things.
Right.
But you could use any barcode to try and get points or power-ups or whatever.
So you could go scan a Laffy Taffy or whatever.
Yeah,
that sounds familiar. I think we had something like that here.
Okay. It looked.
You know who else used
terrible.
barcodes?
What?
Hitler.
Yeah.
You seem to know a lot about this, John.
Happy birthday, Adolf.
1 little, 2 little, 3 little.
But at least he didn't use chemical weapons on his own people.
In their Holocaust centers.
I remember the Holocaust
Spice
centers.
her out. Spice Channel.
I just
Hitler
need
used
to
to
stop
them.
talking now. I'll go in the corner.
I need to face the fact that this administration I'm a part of is a complete sham.
A Travis Sham mockery. All right.
So they
All right, what else
finally.
we have?
What was that game for the PlayStation that you could put any CD in and you could generate monsters? Was it Monster Ranger?
I don't
Or
know
Monster
at all.
Hunter?
I don't know what you're talking
Yes, it
about.
was. I remember seeing it in action. It was a game for the PlayStation where you could put in any CD, and it would take that random metadata inside and generate a monster. And one of the most powerful monsters that you could generate in the game was from a Spice Girl CD.
You would
All
know.
the people of the world, spice up your life. All the boys and the girls, spice up your life.
That's disturbing that you know a Spice Girls song I've never even heard of.
I see, yeah, all right.
That's the Spice World song.
Another song I've never heard of.
Spice up your life if you know that you feel fine. Take a little shake it to the right if you know that you be fine.
Yet another. Okay, you guys are all disturbing me. The only Spice Girls song I know is, "Yo, tell me what you want, what you really, really want."
Ugh, you fucking casual.
They have that Two Become One song. That's pretty good.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize this was the Spice Girls podcast.
And tonight is the night when two become one. I've never seen a lover when I've never been in love before.
To our listeners,
Love to you, baby.
Mike and John do not speak for me. I do not associate myself with the Spice Girls.
Oh,
You're in the
fine.
obvious
Fucking
minority.
Mike and I will go to the reunion tour. Fuck you.
You do that. You do that.
I'll go plow vag like a
Bunch
champ.
of queers.
I'm gonna go after Ginger.
I'm gonna go after the fucking people that the roadies are done with. I don't care.
You don't go for the band. You go for the groupies that get refused. They're
You smell like
They got-
syphilis. All right.
they got drugs. Their self-esteem's already low.
Tastes like
They're already
gonorrhea.
disappointed.
Have you ever heard
Tastes
that
like an
Jolly
ashtray.
Rancher? You ever heard that Jolly Rancher thing from Reddit?
No.
No.
So there was a guy that was like posted a story about like he was dating a girl in high school, and they decided like when they went off to college they would like stay together and wait. And so like Thanksgiving comes around, and he goes home, and they're both like super horny because they haven't like messed around since like the start of the school year, and like so he decides to go down on his girlfriend, and like he's like, it smells a little weird. I don't know. So he goes like, so I like pop a Jolly Rancher in my mouth, and like he's like, I was eating her out, and all of a sudden like I felt something pop, and like I thought the Jolly Rancher went inside of her, and so like it came out like, and he like this thing went in his mouth, and he like bit down on it, and it like burst in his mouth. It turns out like the Jolly Rancher gone in, and like a gonorrhea nodule.
There was a gonorrhea cluster.
A gonorrhea like ball like sack had like gone in his mouth. And he chomped down on it.
Tell me how my gonorrhea tastes.
That is the worst thing imaginable.
Let me guess. The story of that was called Gonorrhea in 60 Seconds.
No.
Anyway, now you're playing with power.
Lovely.
Now you're playing with now you're playing with antibiotics.
Gross.
Anyway, all right. So
The next fucking game, please, is Legend
of the Fire Emblem. Is that involved with like the Fire Emblem series? Like,
Yeah.
is this part of that? Okay.
This is like
I
the
think
So I was
this
like
is the
trying to
first
Google
game.
this. I couldn't figure out if it was or wasn't part of it. I don't know.
Yeah, it says it's a game that combines elements of strategy and role-playing in a fantasy settings. Dragons and knights populate the Fire Emblem world, as in
Okay.
true Japanese
Enough
RPGs.
reading of everything.
So it's basically you fight enemies in like a rock paper scissors style. You got like paladins with swords and shields. You got guys with spears. You got demons with
I've got a
scythes.
spear.
And each weapon has a different effect against armor. It's a very popular Japanese series, and it's taken off like gangbusters over here in America also. But
Yeah,
in,
Fire Emblem's really popular. So
yeah,
yeah.
but it wasn't when it first came out. December of 1991, sold 120,000 units. And it says here, the comments, Legend of the Fire Emblem offers a different kind of play experience, one that computer gamers would probably like. Nintendo Company Limited plans to release a Super Famicom version sometimes next year, but no plans have been announced to bring it to North America. So we fucked you once,
Anyway.
and we're fucking you again.
We hit Mike with the vein. He likes to read everything. All right. So there's a pachinko game, which
Of course you
why
fucking
would you?
Japs, why wouldn't you?
Yeah, I mean whatever. All right, and then we have Mindseeker, which is a psychic game.
Test your psychic ability. So it's basically like holding up cards you can't see. You have to guess which one has the shape that you're thinking of or something like that.
You know, if you played this with save states, you can become psychic.
They said you have to. There's a trick to saving your progress. You have to be able to sense which slot on the Psycho Writer the save cartridge fits into before you can successfully save and move on.
What's the? Oh,
Jeez.
it's An Honest Liar. Have you watched that on Netflix? Mm-mm. It's really, really good. It's about what's his name? The Amazing Randy. And he was a guy. So like back in the 60s and 70s, there were a lot of people that went on, like variety shows and stuff that claimed to be psychic, and Randy, like his stick was he would bust them, like so.
Oh, this guy's a fucking hero.
Yeah, he's amazing.
I love it already.
Like there was a guy that claimed he could like manipulate books with his mind, and he would like sit there and like flip through the pages, and like Randy's like, "You're blowing on it," and the guy's like, "No, I'm not." So he like went and spread a bunch of like packing peanuts like around the book, and he's like, "All right, now do it without moving the packing peanuts," and he like couldn't. Like,
Oh, what he did with Uri Geller with the fucking spoons. Oh,
Yeah.
that was priceless.
what did he do? I remember it, but I don't remember it. What did he? What,
He
like, what was-
rubs the spoons to give it metal fatigue. Mm-hmm. And he goes like, that's how he claims to like have the ability to like move the spoon around.
right.
And he's just
But
like,
how did he bust
do
him?
it-
I forget how he. What he like went and just got a new spoon and gave it to him. Was like, all right, do it with this
Probably.
one. Yeah. All right. But yeah, so the documentary is also a little weird because it goes into like he's homosexual and like how their relationship with like his partner was busted up by the government and stuff. It's more than just like what I'm saying, but it's an interesting watch for sure. So, anyway, don't play Mineseeker. Go watch An Honest Liar. It's much better.
There you go.
Mike, you want to talk about the next game?
Oh, fuck, mother. It's Earthbound Zero.
I don't want to know what you're doing with your weekend.
All right. TMI.
Okay, so it says here you get to fight enemies like a 53 Buick, a goofy teenager, and a smoking crow. It's made by Shigerita Itoi, a famous writer. And it's Earthbound, basically Dragon Warrior in a city. So it's fucking awesome. And it's got amazing...
Well,
there's
all
this
right,
one
you're
enemy
not
you
doing-
fight, it has Johnny Be Good as a theme song for just one enemy. Not even a boss, just a regular enemy. And boom, you start hearing Johnny Be Good.
So what's interesting about this game is it's like Dragon Warrior, but you're a bunch of kids, and it's got like a very quirky sense of humor. And as Mike said, obviously it went off and became the Earthbound series. So we get to play Super Mother as Earthbound on the Super Nintendo coming up. So
If you want to play Mother, find the translated ROM online.
yeah.
It's good. Like, if you like Dragon Warrior and didn't think that it was too tedious, then you can play this game, but it's no Earthbound.
I
It's
hope
like
to
proto-record.
Christ the next game has an anglicization or whatever it's called translation. Ultra Quiz Across America sounds amazing.
How can it be a quiz across America if it doesn't even make it to America?
Yeah, I don't like. There's so little of this that makes sense. It's one of those weird like challenge game shows that Japan is so famous for. Have you seen the one where the two girls that are blowing onto the end of a tube and there's a cockroach in the middle?
Oh, gross.
And trying.
That's honestly no worse than Fear Factor,
Fear Factor, yeah.
which apparently they're bringing
look
back.
in one of these screenshots. Two girls facing off in a fisting challenge.
Oh, nice. And that's rock paper scissors tournament. There.
It is, yeah. All right. What else do we have?
Something
Except these girls always choose rock.
New Demon Island.
looks totally
It
uninteresting.
looks kind of like Harvest Moon, but with like tons of scroll on screen action.
Yeah.
And it says, don't expect a similar product to hit the American market anytime soon. It's not likely North American players would go for video stories that have as much text as Demon Island has.
It's on the disc system, so that's
They want,
interesting.
they want to read, they'll get a book.
It's a text adventure, essentially. And then they have for Game Boy, they have a game called Off to the Races, which is an off-track horse betting simulator.
It's like literally just a betting simulator. Do the losers go to the glue factory?
No,
Yeah.
it's the Groove Factory where they get to become monsters in D&D.
And they have
And then if
Oh,
you
no,
like,
what was it? Zork? Yeah, Zork is the one where you get eaten by a group.
and when you lose all your money, you have to go blow someone behind like
A pachinko
OTP.
parlor. You have to blow someone behind the pachinko parlor.
and they
All right,
have
and then we have Katamari Dentist. The game.
Momotaro Dentetsu, which is a board game simulation, kind of like Monopoly, but Japanese.
I could have sworn it was Dentist the game because it looks like they're in a waiting room.
And then we have Dragon Balls 2.
Yeah, they wrote that really weird.
Dragon Balls.
Yeah, they're missing a space there.
Oh my gosh.
We've got
It looks cool.
Goku fighting
Frieza.
Oh,
Yeah.
they even
Third form Frieza.
they continue it. The artist who created the characters of Dragon Warrior drew the ones for the Dragon Balls games.
They
Dragon
really
Balls
screwed that
2
up.
is a tournament simulation, while Dragon Balls 3 for the Super Famicom was a head-to-head street fighting action. Wow.
And then let's see what else we have. A Dragon Warrior 5, which eventually
is-
does get localized, obviously, but
Yep, looks good.
political mahjong, which is super weird. I love that.
How can you take a boring game and make it boringer?
Yeah. Final Fantasy 2, 3, and 5.
Oops.
So they're really glossing over the hits here.
Well, we got screenshots of Final Fantasy V, which doesn't make it here, but we do get to see Final Fantasy VI come out as Final Fantasy III.
Then another Pachinko game, as well as a slot game.
You missed Shogi Ego.
Yeah,
All right.
no, I didn't.
The rest of them aren't really worth talking about. So
I
they
wouldn't
have-
say I missed it.
They have an insert here in the magazine called the Power Index. It just tells you every single Super Nintendo game that is out or coming out, and
Yeah, like
when its
whether
release
it's
date is.
how many players can play it, and if there's password
Yeah.
saves or not, or
It's-
battery saves.
It's just
For
like
some of them.
Oh, you know what I don't see here? Another world. You know what I do? Out of this world.
All right.
Isn't that special?
So,
And have you played either of those games, Mike?
And next in Smug as Fuck, we have Mike. All right.
All right.
So,
Next up, we have what I'm excited for the most, the Super Power Club Members Special. So right away, they're hitting us with the early 90s, mid-90s glorious trend of the Magic Eye posters.
yeah, God, I hate these so much.
So you guys read on. I'm going to try and figure out what the hell this is in the front.
It's a blurry mess. All right. What else do we have? So we have top games of 1993, Sound Success, the best tunes for the Super Nintendo, Stereogram special, so they can't call it.
It's Mario.
Stereogram. Yeah, it is Mario.
It's Mario's face.
Stereogram, so it's a Magic Eye. They can't call it that, though, for contractual reasons. And there's a preview of what we'll see in 1994. So, let's see what they have as the top titles for 1993. At numero uno, we have out of Long Island, starting guard, 5'3",
Weighing in at 230 pounds.
Star Fox. All right, yeah. And then Super Mario All Stars is number 2. What metric is this? Like sales?
Let's see here. Last year we saw the release of a slew of
Oh, it was
top-notch
based
games.
on the ratings. So
Okay.
based on their own ratings. So Star Fox, a Nintendo game. Super Mario All Stars, a Nintendo game.
So these
Street
are
Fighter
all editors' picks. basically.
Street Fighter 2 Turbo, which actually is great. Obviously, Super Empire Strikes Back, which is great. Mortal Kombat, The Magical Quest starring Mickey Mouse, Lost Vikings, Batman Returns, Secret of Mana, and Tiny Toons Adventures Buster Busts a Nut. All right, and you got Mike. You want to cover the Game Boy?
Okay, we get to see The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening, number 1. Link's Awakening shot to the top. Mega Man 4, the mega popular mini hero, returns to action with Rush, Flip Top, and Beat. Darkwing Duck, the winged terror who flaps at night. It's flaps in the night. Know your Darkwing Duck. And pecks at your nightmares, fights the agents of foul in this translation of his NES adventures. It plays well on the Game Boy. Rampart and Kirby's Pinball Land. I fucking love playing this game.
Take us
Listening
home,
to
Ben.
Alan Sherman.
That Kirby's Pinball is great too. I will agree.
It is.
All right.
For the NES, number 1, Mega Man 6. Number 2, Battletoads and Double Dragon: The Ultimate Team. Number 3, Kirby's Adventure. Number 4, Jurassic Park. Number 5, Yoshi's Cookie.
Oh my
All
god!
right.
How did Yoshi's Cookie show up ahead of Dr. Mario?
So what do they
Maybe
talk
Dr.
about
Mario
here?
was the year before would be the question. But yeah, and then what else? We have Sound Success. It's talking about like how the system, the Super Nintendo, like processes the audio data on a game pack and like outputs it to your TV and or stereo.
It's relatively technical, and they're talking about different soundtracks and whatnot. So, I mean, I don't want to go through this article too much, but I will say, so I remember how we
Mike doesn't want to read it word for word.
But our
he
listeners
doesn't get
want
to.
to know about the sound
He doesn't
CPU
get to.
and the
He doesn't-
DSP
No.
and the 512 kilobytes of RAM
No.
and the DOC converter.
No. So, remember how we used to read that, well, the Super NES has CD quality sound. Remember that
Right.
claim?
Yep.
So what they meant by that is they recorded small, like, one-note snippets of real instruments. So they'd had, like, a riff guitar or, like, a blast on a trombone
Right.
or whatever. And they had those in the system as, like, real audio files. And then, so when you code in a soundtrack, all you're doing is just using those same instrument sounds and just changing the pitch on them to put together a song. So
That's crazy.
when they say CD quality sound, they're just talking about a very small, piece of sound clips that just get reused and reused.
You do see an interesting shot of the group Euphony, who recorded the theme song from Clay Fighter. A bunch of girls in like low cut shirts. I'm all right with all this.
I'm a fan of this. It's got some cleavage going on.
Yeah. And then techno group Psychotic contribute their intense hard driving tunes to Excalibur 2097.
Never heard of it or them.
Psychosonic. They look like if the Smashing Pumpkins was a boy band.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Is that guy in the? Okay, this photo says the sound team at Probe Software researched sci-fi fiction movie and sound effects in order to create the right atmosphere for Alien. So the guy on the right, is he like shaved his head except for the very back where he's a ponytail?
I think there's a guy behind him with headphones on.
Okay, thank God.
Yeah.
They have a lovely picture at the bottom where they're sticking their heads through a gate.
Mm-hmm.
For
The
some
guy on
reason.
the right's, yeah, definitely enjoying it.
Derp.
All right, we have some more.
I wonder what these girls look like.
They look like they're those girls that are in the photo. All right, and
Record that for later. Top 20 soundtracks. Number 1, Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. Number 2, Rock and Roll Racing. Number 3, Final Fantasy 2. Number 4, Clay Fighter. Number 5, ActRaiser. Number 6, Star Fox. Number 7, Super Mario World. Number 8, Super Star Wars. Number 9, Plock. And 10, The Lost Vikings.
Yep. All right.
How the fuck did Plock beat Secret of Mana
No,
for
I don't
soundtrack?
know. I don't know.
Yeah, don't.
It's
think
their
about it,
editor's
Mike.
picks. It's not the people.
It was
that-
given to like Jim. It was given to Jimmy in the mail room. They're like, quick, rank these games. All right.
So we have either the Magic Eye or the
Stereograms.
Stereogram. So I kind of want to explain this for the kids who didn't grow up with this.
For the kids in my
The
basement.
youngins, for the Brandon Boswells that have tuned in. So if you don't know what the Magic Eye posters were, basically it's just this sort of blurry mess of kaleidoscope, and you're like, why would someone have this on their wall or anywhere? Well, the idea is that you relax your eyes so they become unfocused, and it forms an image of sorts that is somewhat 3D. So I can see on the right we've got a Yoshi kind of 3D thing. Top left is Mario again. Bottom left, I believe, is
I think
a
it's
Goomba.
no. Top left is Luigi.
Oh, is that Luigi?
It's not Mario. He can jump higher than Mario.
Well, it's just a face. I can't really tell.
I can't see
And then
shit.
bottom left is Mushroom.
Mike.
Goomba.
I don't know. Maybe I don't have the right eyes for this.
You-
Like, it just looks like scrambled porn to me.
It says it looks great. It goes great on pizza. Is the bottom left?
It's a Goomba.
Goomba goes great on pizza.
Is a Goomba's a mushroom?
It's a mushroom, I guess. I don't know.
Okay. All right.
And then on the right it's very easy to see. It's Yoshi.
Where the hell am I supposed to look to see this?
There is a thing. It does give you a tip. So to look at the 2 dots under the pictures, cross your eyes so there appears to be 4 dots. Of those 4 dots, try to overlap the inner 2 so they appear as 1. Keeping the same focus, move your eyes up on the picture, down, and stare at it. What? Move your eyes up or the picture down and stare at it. Don't get frustrated if you can't see an image immediately. It may take a while. It's really important to relax and stay patient. Soon, a 3-dimensional image should begin to emerge from the page. Don't expect anything radical like a color change. You'll see the same colors. Some people think the images appear to be embossed in the picture. Also, don't worry about blinking. It's okay. You should be able to hold a steady focus while blinking.
So, John, are you able to make these things out?
I've never been able to see them.
Oh, really?
I can figure it out based on like cues and stuff, but like, no, I can't.
It
Well, I
comes
guess
from
I'm-
years of watching scrambled porn.
I guess I'm the special one.
I hope that's a girl. I hope that's a girl. Oh, I'm coming out. It was a dude's face.
Oh, there was an elbow. Damn it.
Oh, it turns out I didn't care. Oh my god, I just discovered something new about myself.
Oh, I have a new weird fetish.
Oh, elbows. They'll be the same. I actually had a poster in my room growing up that was like one of these. It was a Magic Eye poster. And it was like the Invisible Man, like doing chemical experiments kind of thing. So you'd see stuff floating around. It was pretty cool.
I'm glad you took that down
the
before I met you,
fourth, I
because I
think,
wouldn't
is
have been
Link.
your friend.
What?
I might have still had that up when you met me.
I probably just didn't like notice because I would have.
Too embarrassed to admit that you can't use Magic Eye posters. Let's see. Not cool like
I
me.
just fucking admitted it.
Well, back then I'm saying. Now you admit
No, I would have said I can't see shit. Like I wouldn't have.
it. Okay, let's move on to preview 1994. So they're just talking about what's coming up in the year to come. So they mentioned, we're just going to mention these since we're going to have full coverage later. Super Metroid's coming up. We have Ken Griffey Jr., Major League Baseball, Wario Land, and NBA Jam. So they got little preview pieces on each one of these games. So
Which
Super
spoils
Metroid,
the big surprise. Which spoils the big surprise with Kraid.
Supplies.
So they got some nice screenshots from Super Metroid in development, some nice art. So NBA Jam, they're basically showing you the arcade cabinet and some screenshots from that. Ken Griffey Jr., they show you sketches, some early screenshots.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And then for Wario Land, they've got some screenshots from the Game Boy game, and then some art to show you. So again, we'll get to those and give them their due respect as we get to them throughout the season. Oh, by the way, a little teaser: we've got plenty of guests lined up for this season of the Playing with Power podcast. Fortunately, couldn't get anyone for this first episode. We tried desperately. If you're wondering where our friend Brandon is, he is not here right now. He is off smoking marijuana on some adventure.
He's currently inhaling the Canadian wilderness.
Yes. All right. So next game is Battletoads and Double Dragon for the Super Nintendo. And this is game coverage, but it's also extremely weirdly laid out as sort of a comic book. Mm-hmm. And I hate it. Somebody else, please.
Don't give it to Mike. He'll read the
No,
every fucking thing.
not Mike.
All right. So,
Great options.
I mean, we all played this game growing up, I'm assuming, because I remember playing this game.
See, I hadn't played this game as a kid. I did try playing it before recording this, though. And it doesn't play like Double Dragon at all. It plays like Battletoads, which is hot
it's just
garbage.
Battletoads with, like, the Double Dragon guys, like, thrown in it.
It's pointless, though, because the Battletoads guys have, like, the huge punches and whatnot. Are you gonna play as one of the Bimmy or Jimmy? Mm-hmm. Or you're just throwing some random fists around? They don't have the same, like, moves and stuff.
Yeah, It
makes
It's still
no
a fun
sense to
game.
them in.
Oh, it was a fun game, though. I remember playing this game.
Oh, I hate Battletoads now. I can't do it anymore.
All right, what's the next game?
So, anyways, they have some game coverage, but it's just like...
It's thick.
Yeah.
It's Robin thick.
There's a lot of text in here. And it's
All
all
right.
from the
And
perspective of the
finally-
characters.
Oh, fuck. We just got out of the frying pan and into something awesome here. Batman, the animated series. Wah, wah.
For Game Boy. I actually had this game as a kid.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Worth it?
Yeah, it's not bad. It's hard.
No. That's what she said.
I enjoyed it.
So's the Joker when Batman shows up.
Yeah. I could never finish the game. I think I would get through like the third level-ish. Mm-hmm. But they don't give you a whole lot of, continues with that. So you SOL pretty quick. But they've got all the classic villains in here, so...
Yeah, there's a lot. Like, you got Poison Ivy, Scarecrow, Mr. Freeze, Catwoman, the Penguin, I guess? Is he in here as well? Well, it looks like he is.
Yeah, I think so.
This is great that you get to beat the crap out of a woman. Like, it doesn't pull punches. No, like, oh no, it wasn't like really her. It was just like, no, Batman will hit a girl. Doesn't freaking matter.
Yeah, he's just
Chris
punching
Brown-
Catwoman
Chris
right in
Brown-
the face.
He's not a gentleman.
Chris Brown and Ike Turner are your partners. So,
I love you, Batman. What's love got to do with it? Bam.
all right, yeah, but it looks. I mean, like the it looks, true to
And then
Batman.
Poison Ivy, you get to fight her vagina dentata.
Yeah. It's a little scary.
Oh.
Who made this game? It doesn't say at the beginning.
Someone who hates cock, apparently.
Is this a Sunsoft game? I don't know. But I'm just looking at the screenshot at the end on page 77, and it just looks like one of those Mega Man boss doors.
It's Konami, according to this.
Konami. They did a number of the Batman platformers. It's not bad.
So, yeah. All right, what else do we have?
Ninja Turtles 3 with Leonardo looking like a fucking garbage pail kid.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
weird.
what the
Just pulling a full Kool-Aid man.
He looks
with
like
his
one of the
sword.
bodybuilders, like, after he hasn't been drinking water for 3 days for a competition, so he's super, like, veined out. like they put him in a dehydrator for a week before they took the photo.
Oh my god, this guy does not look fucking well. And it's like he tried to drill through the wall with his sword.
Yeah, that's a little weird. So I mentioned this game before. I didn't realize we're going to have coverage of it. But I'll kind of re-talk about what I did before.
It's like a route finding game? Is that like...
So the story is all the turtles except for Michelangelo get captured. So Michelangelo is going to rescue the rest of the turtles.
You know what?
So,
if I was Michelangelo, I'd be like sitting there, I'd be like, you know what? It sucks that they got Leonardo and Donatello, but they got that bitch Raphael, so it's probably worth it. Let's just like cut our losses.
Cool. I can leave my shit out and it won't get taken anymore. And by default, I am Master Splinter's favorite pupil now.
I would just hope that they fucking execute Raphael first, because that would just do the world a favor.
So this game, as I think I mentioned in a previous episode, plays exactly like a Metroidvania type of game. Mm-hmm. It's really interesting to see the Ninja Turtles in that type of a game. It's even got like, bats flying around at the very beginning, that kind of thing. And it's got this whole maze of a area. So it's got different areas you can unlock. You've got to get keys for things.
The fortress is what it's called, right?
The fortress, yeah.
It's gated, but instead of being blocked by amazing powers that you pick up, it's just fucking cards. So it's like, can we just take like one of the most mundane elements of Doom and put it in here?
Yeah, you got to get cards or keys or whatever and unlock stuff.
I do like that for each of the areas, they give you the best route to go through the area, I guess, on here. So if you are going to go play the game, like, this is actually pretty helpful.
Yeah, this would be really helpful. I mean, I played this game for probably a good hour, which is unusual for me, just kind of playing through games, see what they're like for recording. It's good. I mean, I enjoyed it. I'd recommend if you like a Metroidvania style game, you like Ninja Turtles, like, go back and play this one.
And Mikey can spin his nunchucks around like a helicopter, because apparently that's how helicopters work.
Yeah. So I guess
Helicopter dick. Got helicopter dick.
Helicopter dick. Whoop.
I didn't make it past the first area, but apparently as you defeat areas, you rescue the turtles one by one. So I don't know if that means you can switch between them or what. So.
So
you
from
get
a
to
game
fight,
that's fun,
Cyber Shredder.
Cyber Shredder's the end.
Wow, well, this is Cyber Shredder's issue.
they're pushing that Cyber Shredder action. Yeah. All right, the next game that nobody ever wanted, Tetris 2.
Hey, Michelangelo, want a cyber?
Why would they make Tetris 2? Because they want more money. I actually remember playing this game at some point. I don't know why.
Talked about the Nintendo version of this previously. It's like Dr. Mario and...
Exactly, that they ripped off the red, yellow, and blue
Tetris.
colors.
It's like Dr. Mario and
with
Tetris
dots
and a
that are
baby.
hanging around in the middle.
So they ripped off colors and then put it on Game Boy that doesn't have color. All right, good call.
Yep.
All right. And then we have Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers Part 2, the Squeakle.
For the NES. I played this a little bit. It's graphics are a little bit better. You can see more of the area. Game control's the same. So if you like the first one, you like the second one.
Yep. Could have been a lot better if they just put it on the Super Nintendo, but whatever.
It's pretty good
that
graphics
cast.
still.
Chip, Dale, Zipper, Monterey Jack, like Gadget's there. The whole crew's there.
Oh, did you see they came out with that game collection of old Disney Nintendo games?
Kind of.
It's called, I forget what it's called. It's like the Disney.
It's called Disney's We Want More Money.
It's like the Disney Afternoon Special or something like that, or a Disney Afternoon Collection.
Afternoon Delight, Volume 1.
Yeah. It's like 6 games, I think. I mean, they're still selling for like $20, which is ridiculous for NES games, if you ask me.
$10 would be a fair.
Yeah.
Or $0 on your favorite ROM site.
If you want to support the revival of old games and the continued development of them, then you should
Just like you did when you supported the Nintendo with the classic Mini.
Oh yeah.
Ugh.
Take my money,
Yeah.
Nintendo. Nope, we're good.
Yep. We have enough money, so go ahead, emulate it. We do not want you to pay us and support us.
Right.
By the way, I totally fucking called that. So anyway.
Didn't I also say that it just like this doesn't look as good as everyone's saying it is?
No, it was fine. What they did was fine. Just like they like didn't anticipate the demand for it and were like, fuck it, like we don't want to support it. Like whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, wait a second, they want to. How many
What
people
they-
want to give us money? Fuck it.
Well, when I
That's
saw
a lot of work.
What they did was fine. It's not a it's a decent product. It's just like one, the cords were way too short, which was stupid, and then
Yeah.
two, like
Why did they go cords instead of cordless? I mean, wouldn't it have
because
been easier
they
to
like money and not spending it.
They just expect people to buy it and have it sit on the shelf, I think.
Yeah, they didn't think people were actually like going to play it as a console. I think legitimately.
Wait a second.
Anyway.
People would be buying old, outdated games. Why? I don't know, because they're good. No, there's got to be another reason.
We don't want them to buy the old stuff. We want to buy our new stuff.
Yeah, why wouldn't they buy this Wii U? I mean, it's shiny. Look at it. It's like an iPad, but with big knobby controllers on it.
Ridge
No, they
Racer.
won't.
Ridge
really
Racer.
They really torched that thing. God,
Yeah.
Ridge Racer. What are you talking about? Okay.
Okay,
All right, so
That's from a Sony E3 presentation
right.
years
Right.
ago, where I think it was like they had the Vita version of it or something, and no one's excited about Ridge Racer, and just Kazurai's going, "Hey everybody, it's Ridge Racer, Ridge Racer!" It's like totally silent. And it's just like awkward.
You know what's kind of fun? Like, I mean, I don't like fucking blow my load for Ridge Racer, but like, it's not a bad racing game. Like, I mean, I don't know, whatever. But
I'll play
right.
it. Yeah.
yeah.
All right. Let's
Castle's Corner.
never mind the games. Let's talk about these folks. Dan Burleson.
Dawn.
Don Burleson. I think that's
Oh
hair.
my gosh. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's got hair on the side, like hair drapes or something, but it's just he's bald in the middle and hairy as hell down the side. Like
It's
he
hideous.
didn't even try to do a comb over. He's just like, if I have more hair by volume, then it averages out.
It's
And
awful.
Sorry to disappoint you, Don. It doesn't.
This guy would look a million times better if he just shaved his head.
He probably ended up doing that because
I hope he did.
If he didn't hang himself by his hair.
Yes. And then we have Christy.
How do I get rid of the mermaids after you defeat the vampire in the Darkblade Mansion? Return to the Wastelands Club. Talk to the club manager to learn about ice. Then ask the busy man in the lower left corner of the club to deliver a load to the docks. When he can return to the docks after the ice is delivered, the mermaids will be gone. You can now. Oh, I wish he could like. I wish he like systematically murdered them or something.
I didn't realize Artie Lang was in the game.
Right?
Oh my god. Oh my fuck. Oh my god, it looks like a bleached potato in this screenshot.
Artie Lang and what's the guy from Goonies? Chunk.
I was thinking more like the guy from Ghost in the Shell. You know, the anime, not that movie nobody saw.
The Seventh Saga. We have Christy Pelletier.
Yeah, and nothing
Looks
too
like a-
remarkable about her.
British school teacher. That's what I get there. Oh, here we go.
And talking about
Professor.
Seventh Saga.
So for Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening, we have Professor Steve Burley.
Oh my fuck, it's Ned Flanders.
It is.
Hidely hoodly.
How do I defeat the boss moblin to rescue Bow Wow diddly diddly?
Stupid, sexy Flanders.
And then we have the normal-looking dragon from Dragon Warrior 4. We have Eric Smith, who looks like
Who is
he
just
blinking.
really zazzed. He's just really zazzed to be here today. They
Like
just
he-
shined the Trump. They just shined the Trump light on him.
I'm like, Eric, would you just mind closing your eyes just a little bit? Just squint a little bit more for us, okay? Just squint.
He's kind of got the John
more.
Candy smile going on.
A little bit, yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
All right, Power Players Challenge. Nobody cares.
Players Polls contest. We have the new T-shirts for 94, 50 winners of the Nintendo Power T-shirts. You get a little Mario giving you a peace symbol.
That isn't bad. I would wear that.
Yeah.
It's the first one I've seen where I'd be like, I would, if I saw that like at a Spencer's, and it was like in the clearance rack, I would buy it.
If I got it for free, I would wear it. Yes.
I would pay upwards of $2 for this shirt.
$2.
Right.
If I saw it at a St. Vincent de Paul, I would pick it up off the dollar rack.
Second prize, 5 winners, an official AXO driver's helmet, autographed by Ivan Stewart, and Super Off-Road the Baja from Trade West.
That's actually a pretty
NES.
fun game.
It's awesome.
And then the grand prize, go down to Baja, see how the Baja champ, Ivan Stewart, and his team gear up for the big race, be part of the Trade West chase crew on race day, where the official team uniform and take home one of Stewart's racing helmets. And you also get the video game.
Full of that beautiful celebrity sweat.
That is an awesome prize, honestly.
That is, yeah, but it's fun getting your way back across the border with all those Trump guards now. Go home. Go back to your country. I am American. Wrong.
Rolling.
If you're American, you would have holidayed in America. American vacations for Americans.
Holiday All right, Mike.
More
Super Nintendo top 20. Give us our top 5.
Hold on. What the hell's going on with this art up here?
Our favorite Nintendo boy is talking with his Game Boy cartridge, who is telling him about the great Omni King Game Boy Nintendocus or something.
Yes,
he's either a god. He's either a god or a Mexican wrestler.
That's both, by the way. God is a Mexican wrestler. God, I think how amazing that'd be if you got to heaven and it's just a bunch of fucking luchadors going ham. God, that'd be great. Fucking Eddie Guerrero like dropping from the top of the arena.
Yeah, it turns out that's why Macho Man died, simply so that he could give Jesus the people's elbow to stop the rapture.
People's elbow is the Rock, I think.
Yeah. Do you smell what your mom is cooking? All right.
Okay, top 20, Super NES. Number 1, Mortal Kombat. Number 2, Street Fighter 2 Turbo. Number 3, Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. Mike, we have for Game Boy.
Right.
Okay, for the Game Boy, we got Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening. Number 2, Super Mario Land 2. 3, Mortal Kombat.
Sunday. And the NES, 51 months, Super Mario Brothers 3. 64 months, Legend of Zelda, holding out strong. And 6 months, we have a newcomer, Youngin, Kirby's Adventure. All right.
6 months, wow.
We're not going
these games would topple them by now. I mean, come on, the NES is dying at this point. Like, let Dr. Mario or Mega Man shine. Come on,
Ben. Do you want to do the in and out? I mean, we're at 45 minutes. Do you want
Let's
to
just go through the games that we didn't cover here. So let's cover Sengoku first. It says mystical evil and magical martial arts combined in a unique fighting game from Data East. So kind of like Final Fights, I guess. Good play control. What?
Yeah. Oh, sorry, I thought we were done.
Good play control and cool power-ups, fun while it lasted, but the challenge level may be too easy, resulting in players finishing the game in a short time.
Lawnmower Man.
Oh, Lawnmower Man.
It's the gardening simulator from Storm. No, all right, Mike. Talk about the movie and the game because you're really antsy. I know.
Guys, the VR stages are visually impressive and fun to play, and we get to see this beautiful screenshot of a first-person view of two hands covered in black spandex or Krylon or nylon or something, and a black bridge. And these are the impressive graphics. It says the game covers many aspects of the movie. What, like cyber devouring a hooker? But It says the VR stages don't last very long, and the challenge is limited to steering. Oh my gosh, the side-scrolling stages have small characters with stiff animation and basically shoot all the bad guys' action. Why did they make a Lawnmower Man movie? I mean, that movie was not for kids.
Yeah, that's just
That was
baffling.
a weird-ass movie to begin with.
Yeah. T2, the arcade game from LJN. Let's just not. It's a Super Scope game.
Super Solitaire!
Great graphics and continual action from 1 or 2 players. Not much variety in play, though, and using the mouse or regular controller puts the second player at a severe disadvantage.
Here, I gotta go cover Super Solitaire.
Wait.
Okay.
T2, the arcade game. Memory size? Megabits.
That's funny.
Super Solitaire, good interface and play control. A deck of cards is considerably cheaper. $60 is what they wanted for this thing.
What?
So-
They gave it full price? Oh, fuckify that.
Yeah.
And we have Mike's
Beethoven's-
mom's dating simulator, dog action game type. Some of the Beethoven's second. So it's a video game of the Beethoven second movie. So I think a let's play has to happen for this game because there's no way this is good. There's
is
absolutely no
phenomenal.
way.
This is
Some of
phenomenal.
oh my, this is fucking priceless. Some of the digitized graphics look okay when they're not in motion. It looks great if it's standing
High
absolutely
praise.
fucking still.
High praise.
Very poor animation and play control, lack of depth and low challenge.
Nice.
Oh my god. I guess you could say that this game's gone to the dogs.
Beethoven is a dog and his 4 puppies is a dog and his 4 puppies are missing. Go fetch. In this canine adventure, you'll bark and romp through 4 levels of side-scrolling action.
A whole 4 levels?
If you've always wanted a video dog, here's your chance. You have to play this game. Like, it just has to happen.
Oh, yes.
Alright, what else
I'm
we want to
pretty
talk
sure
about?
Brandon's going to enjoy hearing that on the taste test.
Jim Power, The Lost Dimension in 3D. There's so many words in that title, and hardly any of them make sense.
It comes
3D
with
action-
the 3D glasses.
Oh, a 3D
Oh boy,
action
this is going to be
game.
really fun without them.
So yeah, good graphics even without 3D glasses, and lots of variety and challenge. However, much of the challenge comes from enemies that refuse to be defeated rather than from challenging moves or puzzles. Ben, you want to talk about Captain America?
Yeah, this looks like a port of the arcade game, which is pretty good. So it says a 2-player simultaneous mode doubles the fun. Good story. You can use any of the 4 superheroes. So you got Vision, Iron Man, Captain America, and Hawkeye. They say
When was the
poor-
Vision completely yellow?
around this time.
I'm pretty
Early
sure he was
90s.
green.
He was like white.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it's accurate. Okay.
It is accurate for the time. Poor vertical hit detection, which means that enemies approaching from above or below your hero can't be hit. So,
All right, and then since it's football, I'll take Mike's turn here. I'll give you my next turn. ABC Monday Night Football comes out from Data East. Features, what's his name? Freaking the
Frank
old,
Gifford?
Well, Frank Gifford, but who was the old
John Madden.
announcer from like the 70s? Howard Cosell,
Yeah.
who got kicked off TV for watching a running back running down the field and going, "Look at that little monkey run."
Oh my
That's
god!
actually how he got fired.
God, he said that.
Yeah, yeah. He
Because he was a
was
fucking racist.
he was super drunk and in the booth a lot. Yeah, that was like what got him kicked off the air for good.
Oh my god. He was a drunk racist.
So, well, I mean, I get really racist when I'm drunk too, so I can't blame him. There's not much here. They're saying play Madden or Super Play Action Football instead. All right, Mike, you want to talk about a few other games? Super Battle Tank 2.
Okay, Super Battle Tank 2. The great selling point of a game is when the action is happening on a fifth of the screen, and everything else is just a bunch of shitty controls and HUDs. It says, excellent digitized graphics, very realistic. Downside, there's not a lot of variety in the action. This game does a good job of showing that war is not all that much fun.
Yeah,
Also, that means that there's a bonus level where you go through PTSD and you shoot your wife.
Oh, dark.
I want to
Really
take
dark.
I want to take asterisks. So someone else take Middle Marines.
Okay.
All right, Mike, it's yours. I've taken a few.
All right. Metamarines. Great concept. Good challenge. Passwords preserve your place in the game. Downside, the play control can be awkward, especially when it comes to controlling your metal marines. Not as much strategy is required as in most simulations, and looking at it, it looks like SimCity for some reason. I don't know what they're doing
it's
here.
a bit of a, like, build your base, build your area, and use your mechs in role playing turns.
Okay, next game, semicolon.
Asterix is a game that came out in January 1994. And it's a side-scrolling platformer, and it's based on a character that is actually French. From living over there, I'm quite familiar with the character. I've read a lot of the comic books and stuff like that. But
They're really fun. It's the choose your own adventure stuff.
Yeah. They'd never made it stateside, really, so it's kind of odd that they decided
I don't know.
the,
I read them growing up too.
Oh, did you?
And it wasn't in Australia, so some of them made it over here.
I've never met anyone else who knows this character. But
Okay, well, why did we not talk about it? We were friends at this time.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I remember, I think he had like a friend, Olaf, and he was...
Obelix.
Obelix.
Yes, and I never got to understand them. I read them. Well, I looked at them.
Oh, there's
French.
Anglicanized versions. Like they're in English.
Not in my school's library.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I read them in,
It's because France
Italy,
won the
England.
war against you, apparently, and you're all bitches still, so...
So, my problem with this is that I can't spell the word asterisk now without writing it like asterisks. So,
Oh, yeah, I
misspell
totally do that,
asterisk
too.
all the time.
Right.
And people are like, why would you spell it like that? I'm like, because of this cartoon. Or like, what the hell is that? I'm like, ah.
Yeah.
So it's a platformer that say good play control and graphics, a fun new character. However, the gameplay itself is not terribly challenging or innovative.
It'd be cool if it was a choose your own adventure game, like video game. I mean, it'd be impossible to code it that way.
There's some really good just side-scrolling beat-em-ups for Genesis, actually, that you can play two-player co-op.
All right. And we have The Adventures of Dr. Franken from DTMC, which sounds like a club drug. And it looks like Dr. Frank is getting a handy under the table in that first image there.
DTMC means down to make children.
It's the Duggars
There you go.
video game. All right. So nice comic graphics and sound, a weird and funny theme, but the gameplay and challenge are average, like Mike's life.
And below average, Baby's Kids. Oh my god. The video adaptation of the movie, which was also shit. Baby's Kids. Oh my god. Newcomer
Is it
license.
Mandingo a porn star?
Mandingo's the company. The company's name is Mandingo.
I know there for sure there's a porn star whose name is Mandingo.
Yep.
They invite you to play the part of LaShawn or Khalil as they fight the forces of evil that have taken over Fun World. Oh, you mean this game?
Fun World.
It says nice graphics and sound. Extremely slow action. Enemies take huge amounts of damage, so battles are endless. Poor play control. You think if they're making a fucking video game, you'd think that the one thing they'd realize is, like, hit the enemy once or twice and move on. It's like, no. Let's just make this... Let's go for realism. How long would it take a 10-year-old girl to beat the fucking hell out of a 30-year-old man?
Well, if you, All right. Ben, you want to do Last Action Hero?
Oh, yes.
Everyone's
Last
favorite
Action
movie?
Hero. Schwarzenegger fans may enjoy reliving this story. However, poor graphics and play control. Uninventive action.
Did they spell his name Schwarzenegger?
They put a T
I have
in
no idea
there,
if that's... Yeah.
which that doesn't have a T.
Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
Okay. Poor
Like they
guy.
spelled it like the Spaceballs.
Yeah, Schwartz. And there's another Asterix game. Feels kind of silly to cover that again. There's a Popeye 2 game for the Game Boy. Fun characters, good cinema, screen graphics and sound. However, standard platform action and poor hit detection kind of take away from it.
And that's it, pretty
And
much.
that wraps us up. We got you covered like a Jimmy hat.
Okay. If you look to the future, Pack Watch is the next section here. They're talking about Star Trek The Next Generation, which looks bland. Super Adventure Island 2. Oh boy, yet another one of these games. Super R-Type 3. And Undercover Cops, which looks... What is this guy holding here? A can?
It looks like...
Oil drum?
Well, I first saw a cock, but...
Sausage dick.
He's got a cannon
massive
cock.
sausage can. There's a can of whoop ass and a can of slam ass.
He's just like holding it right on top of his crotch for some reason in the screenshot.
And then we have Reign of Superman, which looks like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles games.
This was renamed to Death of Superman, I believe.
Yeah, Reign of the Superman or something.
They just renamed the game to Death of Superman, I believe. Because you can tell, like, from the screenshots, it's the 4 different Supermen or whatever that come out of his death.
Yeah, you see the Eradicator, Kid Superman.
Yeah, and that's all you see right now. But yeah.
Bubsy
I remember
2's
playing
coming.
that game. It was fun.
Bubsy 2's coming down the pipe at us. 5 Goes West.
What? Hold on. Hold on. What the hell is this art in the third panel under Bubsy 2?
A pig in a gyrocopter.
Why? Why?
When
don't
pigs fly, obviously.
Okay.
Sometimes questions are best not asked.
Okay. There's a screenshot, just like some art they threw in there.
5 Goes West is
It's like Leonardo da Vinci was on crack.
is being adapted by Hudson Soft. The movie is actually pretty good. I remember enjoying the movie when I was a kid. And let's see, Fun and Games from Trade West.
Oh my god.
Doesn't look that fun or games.
Good. Let's take
What is with the plaid polka dot dinosaur
I
Triceratops?
feel like I'm tripping balls looking at the Triceratops here. And
It's the Mesozoic era in Scotland.
the terrifying canary on the right there, wearing
Yeah,
cowboy shirt with a bolo tie.
it looks like the comic version of the bird thing from what is that game? The
Tasmania?
BioShock. What's the one in the sky? BioShock
Oh, Infinite. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks
Yeah,
like
the
the bird
bird.
from that. All right, we have Peacekeepers trump the game.
which is Rival Turf 3. It's basically just another side-scrolling fighting game.
And then Zoda's
Zoda's-
Revenge. And here's Leonardo da Vinci.
Oh, what is this? Mike Jones, the island-hopping hero of Star Tropics, returns
Mike
to NES
Jones.
this winter.
Mike Jones.
Mike Jones.
Interesting.
Do you remember that
I don't
song?
remember this game ever. Yes, I remember that game.
He's
Call
got
it
a shotgun,
Park.
so don't go fast, Mike Jones.
Not good.
So-
I
we
remember,
get to see-
I remember that song he had on his first album with like, it had a phone number in Houston. If you call it, they would send you a shirt. Do you remember that? All right, whatever. Fuck it.
I don't remember
So-
this game
so
ever
does-
being released. What to look for out for this?
Zoda's Revenge is Star Tropics 2.
Okay. The Simpsons for Game Boy, Bart and the Beanstalk. Oh boy, I'm sure that's great from Acclaim.
Oh my god, I didn't even know this game came out. It looks, because there's no fucking shading or anything. It's just, like, if you want to play on your Etch-a-Sketch, this is the game.
And then rounding out all the games, they have something called Slam Masters, which is like Final Fight meets pro wrestling. We have Lethal Enforcers, which is a port of a arcade game for Super
Oh
Scope.
God, I remember those games. Shit,
Yeah,
those
the
were
first-person
terrible.
shooters.
Ren and Stimpy Fire Dogs, Mario's Time Machine, Super
And-
Alfred
oh.
Chicken, which is actually a pretty decent game.
And boom shakalaka, he's on fire.
And then something called
NBA Jam.
Oh, shit.
Yep. And then Citadel, which looks like it was never released.
Oh, I swear I'm looking at that and I thought it was a Transformers game.
Yeah, I've never heard of this game. It's for the Super FX game.
Transvestites, they're homos in disguise.
I think we may need to repeat our little Orlando episode just to show that yes, we are fine with the gays. Like we love, like we're like you're good people.
Oh, okay. You prefer what's between their thighs? All right.
Transformers, what's between their thighs?
You've seen that Transformers fan film, right, John? Yes.
It's super disturbing.
I love it when he's just like Megatron's pointing at the various Decepticons. You're problematic. You're problematic. Then he points to a Transformer that is just literally it's like cock and balls. Just like, you're really problematic.
Oh, yes.
What's the story with Super Alfred Chicken, the game? Like, I don't know what's going on with this.
It's a British series. It's really good, actually.
Is it like a cartoon show?
No, it's just a video game series. They had Alfred Chicken. It's just kind of like it has good play control. There's not like anything else behind it. It's just one of those, another one of those like early '90s. Let's put a mascot game together.
Yeah, we'll make our own Mario, our own Sonic.
Well, like they had
Alfred Chicken instead.
Well, they had like James Cod. We talked about before. They had 3 of those games for
James Pond.
Oh, by the way, I have to admit something. I'm embarrassed to say. I just now, I'm 35 years old, just now realized that the Sega Genesis was only called the Sega Genesis in the United States. Everywhere else in the world, it was called the Sega Mega Drive.
Right. It was and there's Master System too, right? Which one's the Master System?
Was that the first one?
Before that, yeah.
So Mega Drive was the second.
Mm-hmm. When I got that RetroPie set up, and I put everything in the Genesis folder,
right.
and I see the logo on like the front screen, it says Mega Drive. I'm like, what the hell is this?
So wait, you end up using RetroPie instead of I use Recalbox. That's why. Okay, yeah, never mind. Yeah, all right. I'm an idiot.
Yeah, I did RetroPie.
Next issue, we see Bugs Bunny Rabbit Rampage, Inspector Gadget, Lester the Unlikely, Sky Blazer, and Choplifter 3 with some great screenshots of the upcoming Rabbit Rampage, and fuck, it looks great. And then we got an Alien 3 code. I mean, this is the first time they've advertised a specific thing that's going to be covered in the classified information.
Yep.
And then we can see Game Boy titles, Spider-Man and the X-Men and Arcade's Revenge, the Bart and the Beanstalk Simpsons game. Oh, fuck, this still looks awful. And then Newsflash, Star Tropic sequel arrives, and we get to see Zoda's Revenge. In the sequel, in the series that really should be brought back.
Also coming up next issue is our guest, our planned guest, hopefully we can get him, is Richard Reeder, who has been a previous guest of ours and also a friend of Mike's, and he's former host of the long-forgotten show Technobabble, and he has a new show coming out, so look forward to hearing from him.
Forgotten only by him.
You made a good point that, like, between all his life's up and downs, he hadn't done it in, like, 6 months, and he just figured it would be better to end it.
Not even say goodbye or anything.
Let it go quietly into the night and start a new show up. So
just take it to an alley and execute it.
Mm-hmm. I know you have some rough feelings about it, so I reached out to him personally. I'm getting him on the show. So I can
air my grievances.
Feel free. Let's get it all out. So they've got a back page here that just sort of talks about the items that came in the bonus issue. So they talk about the Pogs, the milk caps, and how to.
I like this little challenge here. Can you name? So these are 7 screenshots were taken from the endings of popular Super NES games.
Ooh, let's guess this.
What games are they from?
Let's guess this.
All right.
I know number 3 is Aladdin.
Yes.
Number 5 has to be some Ren and Stimpy thing.
Yeah.
And number 4 maybe is Alien 3? I don't know.
All right, let me see. I'll go through them for you here. I flipped it around.
ActRaiser 1 or 2 is number 1.
ActRaiser 2. Mm-hmm. Number 2 is Rock and Roll Racing.
Oh, shit.
3 is Disney Aladdin. 4 is Zombies Ate My Neighbors.
Oh, damn it.
Ren and Stimpy Show Vidiots. And then number 6 is Wicked 18. And number 7 is Madden NFL 94.
Number 6 is just like a bomb going off.
Madden NFL 94 ends with a somewhat of a parade.
You get a parade if you win the Super Bowl, would be my guess.
That's funny.
I mean, if this was made just a year later, that yellow car would be replaced with a white Ford Bronco.
So They talk about the catalog for super power supplies. I actually have some of those. If you guys can't find scans, maybe we can make a bonus issue out of that or something like that, bonus episode. So that's all we had time for today. Thanks for tuning in for us. If you'd like to hear from us more, please reach out to us on facebook.com/playingwithpowerpodcast. You can also find old episodes of our show on our website, I should say, playingwithpowerpodcast.com. If you'd like to be nice to us and spread the word, please do so on iTunes and leave us a review. You can also reach out to Mike on Twitter at GetThePower88. And if you'd like to support the show and help us pay for ongoing hosting costs and whatnot, we have a Patreon going, patreon.com/playingwithpower. Gentlemen, it's been lovely. Thank you, everybody, for listening. I'm Ben.
I'm Mike.
And I'm John.
And now you're playing with power.
The Nintendo Entertainment System. Now you're playing with